Steelers and the Packers. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. The hype is over, and here we go. Super Bowl LXV number 65 is underway. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to work. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 34 yards there at a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Packers punter, standing just about on his own goal line. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. snap. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. To throw on second down, Davidson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. And Charles, the big story of the week leading up was not really about the players, but about their head coach looking to tie Bill Belichick with a 6th Super Bowl title. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Looking to throw on second down. Davidson throwing left side here, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Steelers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. And that'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion. 14-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a give right side. Hess, room here to run. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. A complete once again to Watson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now a give right side. Hess. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Davidson. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Looking to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go.
And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now back to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 45 yards.
And the Packers are back within a score.
Point after here coming up. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
The slot man in motion right. To throw on second down. Davidson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him come out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going quickly out to the right side.
He's got the first down and more than that.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Davidson. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a quick throw right side. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Packers 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Joseph. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Davidson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score. Steelers 28.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Quick slant to Watson.
He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Packers. Had the option to hand that one off and run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
$105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the Super Bowl. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Davidson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Steelers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes.
138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I know we're the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. A gain of 3, second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take it in short, steady bursts.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In motion goes the tight end. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. On 4th down, Davidson, touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Steelers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory. as they have been outplayed tonight.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown from 10 yards out.
And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
The 40. The 20. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Packers get a bit closer.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Inside the 30. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about it. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Hey, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp. We